Shalom Israel, happy Sabbath. Elijah Israel, Lost Tribes of Israel camp. So the topic of today's lesson is lusting after whores. Lusting after whores. The first scripture we'll go to is Exodus 20:14. Exodus 20:14. The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 14. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not commit adultery. So that's from the laws of Moses that were given. We're not supposed to commit adultery. Next scripture, book of Matthew. We're not even supposed to be checking out women. Alright. The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 27. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, Thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her had committed adultery with her already in his heart. So it's saying whoever looks upon a woman to lust after her has committed adultery in his heart. And that goes into your mind. Your heart is your mind. And I'll prove that in the next scripture. Mark 7:21. Yeah, your heart's your mind. It's according to the Bible, your heart is your mind. The book of Mark, chapter 7, verse 21. For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, murder. I'll read it again. The book of Mark, chapter 7, verse 21. For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, murder. So out of the heart of men proceeds evil thoughts. So it's talking about your mind, clearly. Because your heart doesn't have thoughts. Next scripture. Oh yeah, we'll go back to Matthew. So we'll get the full understanding. The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 27. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, Thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her has committed adultery with her already in his heart. Already in his mind. Alright, next scripture, Proverbs. Yeah, so you can't be lusting after women in your mind, like staring at them, imagining sexual thoughts about them. Well, the evil women. Proverbs 6:24. The book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 24. To keep thee from evil women, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. For by the means of a whorish woman a man is brought to a piece of bread. The adulteress will hunt for the precious life. So it's talking about whorish women, whores. You're not supposed to be checking out whores. Like, there's good women, you can try to find a good wife, one that's quiet, doesn't show off her body all the time, and she wants to get married. But yeah, you're not supposed to be checking out whores and sleeping around with them. Job 31. The book of Job, chapter 31, verse 1. I made a covenant with mine eyes. Why then should I think upon a maid? The book of Job, chapter 31, verse 1. I made a covenant with mine eyes. Why then should I think upon a maid? So then it's talking about your mind and looking on a maid. lusting after her. It's not talking about a wife, it's talking about a maid. So it's pretty clear with the scriptures what it says. But the wicked, the people that are wicked among our people, they're not going to be able to fight the temptation. The book of Job, chapter 11, verse 20. But the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost. So the eyes of the wicked will fail. They'll see a hot woman, and they won't be able to resist. Who knows, she might have an STD, she might have a husband. You might go and sleep with her, her husband kills you, you catch an STD. That's what could happen. And it says the giving up of the ghost. So you know what happens when you give up the ghost in the Bible? You die. Proverbs 29. I know this sounds harsh. It's for your benefit though. The Most High, our Father, is just trying to keep us out of trouble. So the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 3. Whoso loveth wisdom, rejoice his father, but he that keepeth company with harlots spendeth his substance. So that's the opposite. If you love wisdom and rejoice in the Father above, that's what you're not going to do. It says, but he that keepeth company with harlots spendeth his substance. So that's the opposite. When you're hanging around whores, trying to get with them, you're not rejoicing in the Father. 2 Samuel. Yeah, and our forefather, King David, even he fell into this trap. It's a very common thing among us. But yeah, even King David and the whole kingdom of Israel fell after this, because of this. This was the start of it all. So the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 11. And it came to pass after the year was expired, at the time when the kings go forth to battle, that David sent Joab and his servants with him. So he sent Joab and his servants with him. They were going to war. And all Israel, and they destroyed the children of Ammon and besieged Rabbath. But David tarried still at Jerusalem. So David stayed at Jerusalem while Joab and the army, they went and battled. Verse 2. And it came to pass in an evening tide that David arose from off his bed and walked upon the roof of the king's house. And from the roof he saw a woman washing herself. And the woman was very beautiful to look upon. So with his eyes he saw a very beautiful woman that was washing herself. And that was the beginning. Like, this all could have been prevented if he just looked away. He didn't lust after her, but he fell into the trap. Verse 3. And David sent and inquired after the woman, and one said, Is this not Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite? So she was the wife of Uriah the Hittite. That's more significant later on. I'll get to that. Verse 4. And David sent messengers and took her, and she came in unto him, and he lay with her, for she was purified from her uncleanliness, and she returned to her house. So he slept with her, then she washed herself off after and went back home. Verse 5. And the woman conceived, and sent and told David, and said, I am with child. So he got her pregnant, and he went and told her. And she knew this when her husband came back from the battle. It says right here in verse 6, And David sent to Joab, saying, Send me Uriah the Hittite. And Joab sent Uriah the Hittite to David. So, yeah, King David, he lusted after her with his eyes. Uriah the Hittite's wife. He went and slept with her, got her pregnant, and she found out, and Uriah was back. And then he went and got Uriah to come to where he was. And eventually, if you read along, he got Uriah killed. Uriah didn't do anything. He wanted his wife, so he wanted to get him killed so he could have his wife. That's really evil. Really, really evil. He repented later on though, but yeah. The book of Proverbs. I'm a bit under the weather this Sabbath. Excuse me. All right, Proverbs chapter 7 verse 10. All right. So yeah, that's the beginning. That's the beginning of a lot of problems. The book of Proverbs chapter 7 verse 10. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot and subtle of heart. So she dressed like a whore, and she was really subtle with her attraction. Verse 11. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. So that's the opposite of being quiet, listening to her husband. She's loud and stubborn. That's signs that she might be a whore. Verse 12. Now is she without now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner. Verse 12 again. Now she is without now in the streets, and lie in wait at every corner. So she's a prostitute. She's a hooker. That's what she becomes eventually. You see a lot of these whores at a young age. They're having fun, they're partying, it looks all cool. But then things start going downhill slowly, and they eventually become prostitutes. And that's the end of my class. Hope you're all having a good Sabbath. Yeah, it's the hard truth. And our men too, like our men gotta stop sleeping around, our women have to stop sleeping around. Our houses are destroyed, our relationships, our fathers, our mothers, they're all splitting up. No one's getting married. And it's ruining the future of our kids. So, yeah, get married, have healthy relationships, and have a happy Sabbath. Shalom.